our channel Learn Best Things with Rama. In today's biology class, we are going to discuss about an interesting topic. What is that? In transportation, blood vessels and circulation. Okay, and who are the scientists who contribute a lot to make the people to understand about circulation, blood vessels, transportation, everything. In that, the first scientist named as Girolamo Fabrici. Who is he? Girolamo Fabrici. In the year 1574. In the year 1574, he started studying blood vessels, especially veins in the legs of human beings. Okay, and this Girolamo Fabrici, he is not only a scientist, he is also an Italian doctor. Okay, Italian doctor, he has a lot of interest to know different things regarding blood circulation, and he started his study of blood circulation. Mainly he observed the veins which are present in the legs of human beings. While he was studying about the veins, he just observed something, a little valves, small valves. Here, valves are present in the veins. The veins which are present in the legs, they just contain some valves. And why the veins contain valves, we will discuss now. If you imagine it is a blood vessel which is present in the leg, it may contain small valves. Actually, though we are sitting, standing, taking rest, the blood which is present in the legs, it just moves towards heart, upward. It moves upward, means against to the gravity. Okay, against to the gravity, the blood is moving towards the heart. Why it is happening like that? Because of the presence of valves. Okay, the veins, they just contain some small valves. When actually the blood, it just move only in one direction. Okay, for example, it is the vein present in the leg of a person. Then the blood, it moves towards upward direction. Okay, then the valves, they just open and make the blood to move easily. Whenever this blood wants to try towards the opposite direction, means towards the gravity, then that time these valves, they just closed and they stop the back flow of the blood. Means the veins, they just make the blood to go only in one direction, that is upwards, until they reach the heart. Why it is happening like that? Because of the presence of valves in the veins. This was discovered by Girolamo Fabrici. Okay, this was discovered by Girolamo Fabrici. The blood in the veins always move upward against to the gravity because of the presence of valves. Because of the presence of valves. He gave this information, but he unable to give the importance of his observation. He failed to explain about the total circulation in organisms, how the circulation happens. He was failed to explain. Later, another scientist named as William Harvey. William Harvey, in the year 1578 to 1657, he conducted his experiment and he gave a lot of information to the people. Okay, and here one interesting thing is there, that is, what is that means? Here the William Harvey was also the student of Girolamo Fabrici. He was student of Girolamo Fabrici, and he is also a doctor. He's also a doctor, Englishman. Okay, what he studied. After completion of his studies, he went to the practical work and he started observing the heart of the dead bodies, dead people. Okay, he just started a dissection of heart which is present in the dead bodies. Okay, he just removed the heart from the dead body and he started dissection, and he started studying the inner parts of the heart, what we discussed in earlier classes, the internal structure of the heart. He started, you just imagine it is the heart, then he started studying how the blood enters into the heart and how it go away from the heart. Like that he started his study, and he just imagined that the blood which is present in our body, it just, if we start our understanding, he started his understanding about blood circulation here. What is that? If it started, the blood circulation started from the right ventricle, What is here right ventricle? If you imagine that, the deoxygenated blood which is present in our body parts, it just collected by different veins called as superior and inferior vena cava, and that blood enters into what? Right atrium and then to right ventricle. Now the right ventricle, it contains deoxygenated blood, and he started his study at right ventricle. Okay, here right ventricle, and the right ventricle which contains blood, deoxygenated blood, enters into arteries. Okay, enters into pulmonary artery, and then it reaches the lungs. Okay, pulmonary arteries takes the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Later oxygenation process takes place. Deoxygenated blood converts into oxygenated blood, and again that oxygenated blood will be carried by the veins, and these veins bring back that blood to the left atrium. Okay, to the left atrium, oxygenated blood. And then that right atrium, the oxygenated blood enters into the right ventricle. Finally, they come into the right ventricle, and by the help of arteries like systemic aorta, the blood enters into the rest of the body. From the systemic aorta, it may reach different body parts. Okay, rest of the body. And they may used up, and oxygenated blood converts into deoxygenated blood, and that deoxygenated blood will be taken by the veins which are present in our body, and finally they take that deoxygenated blood and they reach the right atrium to here, then to right ventricle. Like this, blood circulation happens in our body. Means here you people need to understand the blood had a double circulation. It goes from the heart, again it reaches the heart. Okay, from heart to the lungs and lungs to the heart, again from heart to the body parts and again to the lungs. Okay, like that the blood circulation may takes place in our body. Then listen here children, the William Harvey, he also did a lot of experiments to give clarity on blood circulation. He just for this experiment, he selected some animals and he just take one thread and tied up the veins of different animals, and he started observing. And he also did the same experiment on human beings also. He was selected a person who have good muscle tone, and they may contain very less fat under the skin. Then if we select such kind of people, we can able to understand the veins, how they are carrying the blood. Okay, that's why he selected a person who is having what? A good muscle tone and less fat under the skin. To understand about the veins in the arteries, how the blood circulation is happening. And in the first step, he just blocked the vein by taking a tourniquet, a thread-like material, and he tied up the muscle present above the elbow of the person here, near to this region. Okay, this time he blocked the vein by the help of the fingers. Okay, by applying some pressure. That time he find that some bulge may happen away of the heart. Away of the heart. By this experiment, he concluded that veins are capable to bring deoxygenated blood towards the heart. Veins are capable to carry deoxygenated blood from different body parts towards the heart. That's why we find a bulge whenever we block the vein. We find a bulge away from the heart to this region we find. And next time in the second step, he took the same person and this time he also tied up the person near in the same region, and this time he blocked the arteries. Okay, whenever he blocked the arteries, this time he find a bulge on his hand, above the hand, means near to the heart. Towards the heart, he find a bulge. Okay, he find a bulge towards the heart. By this experiment, he proved that arteries are capable to carry oxygenated blood to different parts of our body. Okay, to different parts of our body. By these experiments, the William Harvey, he concluded that veins carries blood towards the heart and arteries carries blood from heart to different parts of our body. That one you need to remember. Okay, then listen to me. After his experiments, many people think that the blood which is reaching different parts of our body, it just utilized in the body itself. Then what about remaining circulations? They thought that every time new blood was forming in our body. But practically it is impossible. Okay, practically it is impossible. Every time if we use the blood what is reaching the cells, then how can our body able to produce that much blood every day? It is impossible. And he also proved that the blood, it just circulate again and again. The same blood circulating throughout our body again and again. Okay, there is no regeneration of the blood for every circulation. The same blood is not yet used up. Only some materials present in the blood can be utilized by our cells. Okay, our cells are utilizing only the important materials present in the blood. They are not using the entire blood. That was revealed by the scientist William Harvey. William Harvey ఏం చెప్పారు? బ్లడ్ మొత్తం మన బాడీకి సెల్స్కి రీచ్ అయ్యే బ్లడ్ మొత్తం కూడా అవి సెల్స్ యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవు. అందులో ఉన్న ఇంపార్టెంట్ పోర్షన్ని మాత్రమే అవి యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాయి. లైక్ ఫుడ్ మెటీరియల్స్, ఆక్సిజన్, సమ్ అదర్ మినరల్స్ దే మే యూజ్ అప్. ఓకే, అండ్ రిమైనింగ్ బ్లడ్ it still remains like that only. Okay, and for every circulation what happens here, and he also counted how many contractions happens inside the heart. For one contraction, how much blood is carried out for one circulation. He just observed that thing also. For 1 hour, the heart pumped out a quantity of blood that just equal to 3 times of a body weight of a person. If you take a person for single circulation, the blood, it may circulate about 3 times of the body weight. About 3 times of the body weight of a person. ఒక person బాడీలో అతని వెయిట్ కంటే 3 times ఎక్కువగా బ్లడ్ సర్క్యులేషన్, బ్లడ్ అనేది సర్క్యులేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఇన్ ప్రాక్టికల్ there is no regeneration of the blood for every circulation. If we get any damage, if our blood cells are dying, then that time new blood may form, not for each and every circulation. That thing we need to understand. And though he explained a lot of things about blood circulation, he was unable to explain how the arteries and veins connected, how the finest small arteries and veins connected. He was unable to explain that because of lack of technology in those days. Later, that secret was revealed by another scientist named as Marcello Malpighi. Marcello Malpighi in the year 1661. Okay, in the year 1650, Marcello Malpighi, he started observing different organisms by the help of lenses. Okay, and in the year 1661, Marcello Malpighi, he just identified the smallest arteries and veins were connected by very fine blood vessels. Okay, the smallest veins and arteries, they just connected by the help of small blood vessels, and he named that blood vessels as capillaries. Okay, then what is meant by a capillary? In Latin, capillary means hair. Why he gave them such kind of name? Because the capillaries are also very thin blood vessels, like our hair, how it is very thin. In the same manner, the capillaries also very thin. That's why he gave the name as capillaries. By this reveal, we come to the end of the blood circulation. Okay, and everyone believed this. The concept of William Harvey and Marcello Malpighi. Okay, by this I think you people understand about blood vessels and blood circulation, how it happens inside our body. Here you need to understand, in most of the higher animals, double circulation takes place. Means the blood may move towards the heart about 2 times. Okay, that is about today's class. Thank you for watching the video.